when I offered the blood ritual not for VDM, I'd already gave an instruction in the spirit realm for VDM to be released if it exceeds 5 days. Wahala go dey. You guys know that they've arrested VDM on several occasions where he stayed prison for more than a week. But I gave them 5 days. I don't know who watched my video, but I know somebody watched my video. He was released. He was released 2 days after I made the video. Yes, 2 days after I made the video. Now, I made a mistake. The mistake I made was that after offering the blood ritual, I saw that several allegations are being put in place to send VDM back to jail. And I said this. I gave an instruction that you are a spiritual person. I'm not talking to a pastor. I'm sorry. I'm not talking to imam. I am sorry. I'm only talking to babalawos, ezewine, spiritualists that don't call Jesus. People that don't call Jesus, that don't call Muhammad for any reason. You don't call those two names because this thing has nothing to do with Christianity. This fight is not Christianity fight. Christianity is not part of our culture. It's not Islam. Islam is not part of our culture. But we're already living in the modern day where we have government. And so there are laws to tolerate them. We are tolerating them because our brothers are Christians, our sisters are Muslims, our brothers are Muslims. So we are tolerating them. But when it comes to spiritual authority, Jesus not reach our ancestor, not reach our deity. Muhammad and Allah not reach our deity. Islam came from Arab, it's very powerful there. Christianity came from Rome, it's very, very powerful there. But here, watered religion, we are very, very powerful here. Ifa is very, very, very powerful here. The Igbo religion is very, very, very powerful here. I told you guys in the video, which I forgot to post. I forgot because I have a lot of things I was doing. Only my wife to come and say, oh man, look at what is happening. On the video I said, that was on the 7th. On the 7th, I think that was the day VDM was released. The day I offered the blood. I just finished slaughtering the blood. 2 hours later, VDM was released. Now, the instruction was that they will release VDM, but things are going to raise up that they will send him back there. The idea was, I don't need to say it on camera, but look at this, the whole scenario. I told you guys to do what? To offer blood ritual and pray for VDM. And I said, in 5 days' time, something will happen. And this allegation, it will be so laughable that it will become something else. After this video now, the video I made that instruction will play. On the 7th, I gave that instruction. Today made the 5th day that VDM went back to EFCC and they told him that he stole intellectual property. I want to say this again. Today is on the 12th. Few days coming. VDM will go back to EFCC for another allegation. The idea is to shut him up totally. We're not talking about shutting him. I'm not saying EFCC want to shut him up. I'm not saying police want to shut him up. I'm not calling name, but for whatever force that is in place already in Nigeria is to shut him up entirely. And I have offered the blood. As far as VDM is concerned, all you will hear is near-death experience, near death, near attack, near. As far as to death, he's not dying. Nothing will happen to him. And I said something about Gwaminishu. Gwaminishu, Harris, you are my brother. I would have called you, but I'm not calling you. Your own door, they close. But I can tell you one thing. You will not die. You will come out stronger. But your own is closed. And you will know the person that did it to you. Your own is closed. You will know the person that did it to you. So watch the video where I said in 5 days' time, today that VDM was invited to the police, to EFCC, where they told him the crime while he's been taken made the 5th day after I gave the instruction. You are a spiritualist. You have money to buy goats. You can offer goats to your ancestors. If you cannot, buy a bottle of wine, middle of this night today, pour libation. That let those who are oppressed because they stand for truth, let those who oppress them, let them see their end.
Yes, sir.
If we can have a minimum of 100 people that can do this, una go hear news 5 days times. 5 days coming, una go hear news. Una go hear news 5 days times. 5 days coming, una go hear news.
All right, so I just left CFCC office now after spending over 4 hours there. As a matter of fact, I went straight from the airport From the airport, I went straight to EFCC. As you all know, I was in Lagos on Saturday because of the traffic victims that returned from Ivory Coast. Now, on reaching EFCC, they brought up one allegation against me. That is very crazy. You know, they said one woman said, you understand, because at this point, you don't they look as if, okay, yes, there's an hidden agenda somewhere. Before I address this issue, I was with EFCC for how many days? They interrogated me, they don't bring this thing up. From nowhere, they carry this one come today, but that's not a problem. Now, let's go to this woman. This woman is alleging, that the idea is an idea. How, madam, first of all? Madam, how is it your idea? This is what I do in this country.
Now go dey hear news. I will say this again. There is no religion in Nigeria that can save Nigeria. Only that which owns the land. Only your ancestors. Only the gods of this land. I see no reason how whatever name they call in their synagogue that can save. He has no jurisdiction here. Only your ancestors can do that. Do that, and the blood, innocence that we are shed will rise along and save your nation. Thank you.